Good morning. This is the worst experience I have ever had in a hospital. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I normally don't talk about my personal life, but I figured I'm going to do it this for my first time. I ended up being admitted in the hospital. During this stay, it was a nightmare. It was so bad. Here it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I get woken up. Okay. It's 3:15 in the morning. Look at that. Oh, I'm in the hospital. I got woken up. Okay, I am the last room on the floor. I don't know if you can hear this, guys. It's crazy. They were so loud. It sounded like I was in like a bar scene and they were celebrating the New Year or something. And no, this wasn't New Year's Eve. This was on January 4th. It was... I don't think you can hear it. It was so loud, it woke me up. And I had 5 children. They're sitting there chatting and talking as loud as they want. Time for me to go home. I'm at the end of the bed. I'm laid in some wet blankets and stuff. This is crazy. Okay, I'm laying in wet blankets from 8 o'clock until 3 in the morning at this point. And underneath me is just drenched. What they did is they gave me IV fluids, and the IV fluids were going right through me, just like water. And it was going through my brief. So I was just drenched. The bed was drenched. I'm so tired. And it was just crazy, guys. It was awful. And then they did finally come into my room. And they told me that I was fine. And that my bed was not wet. And you can clearly see that it is wet. Okay, guys, they're saying that my bed's not wet. Look at, you can tell the difference. This is drenched. You can see how wet it is. And then if you look at my bed. And I've been laying in this since 8 o'clock the day before. They came into my room like 3 times, I think. Not throughout the night. Throughout the night, I only seen one person. And that was at 8 o'clock. And then I got woken up at 3. And now I think it's like 5 or 6. They wanted to give me insulin. But you got to remember, they give me no food. Why are you going to give me somebody insulin if you're not going to give them some food? I refused insulin. I really did. That did not, I would never do that. And yes, I am a type 2 diabetic. But I would never put insulin in my body if I know I'm not going to have food. They didn't give me any food for the whole entire day. But at this point, I believe it is about 6 o'clock in the morning. I do tell the time somewhere, but what I decided to do was to put all my blankets and pillows on the floor. And I thought I put my camera towards the floor. I didn't realize I put the camera towards the ceiling. But you can still hear everything. It gets crazy at this point. Now, you got to remember, I've been sitting in a pissy bed for hours and hours. My skin is on fire. It just burned so bad. And I don't have all of my feeling in my butt. I only have like 40%. So if I had all of my feeling in my butt, it would have hurt a lot more than what it did. And the staff just kept on coming in my room telling me that I was fine. They only came in my room like 3 times. And I just couldn't stand sitting in that bed with all of that pain up to this point. So here I am, I'm throwing all my blankets and everything on the floor. I'm going to throw my body on the floor just to get out of the pissy bed. Now, I got admitted for a very serious reason. I'm not going to share that information, but and to be treated like this, I'm getting out of this pissy bed that I have been in since yesterday.
Why did that?
My skin is fucking burning.
Okay, why didn't you tell us?
I did.
That you wet yourself?
Here, let's get you cleaned up, honey.
I want to get off. My skin burns.
Okay, can we clean you up and then
leave?
Getting clean is the first step. You did not tell us that you wet yourself. Okay, but you're gonna fall if you don't.
That's why I put a shit on the floor.
So let us help you instead of falling onto the floor. Let's get some stuff and get you washed up.
They didn't come into my room until they noticed that I was throwing my body onto the floor.
honey, we gotta put your legs back.
Now they're trying to put me back into the pissy bed.
Into this wet bed.
We're gonna clean your bed as you're in it.
I'm gonna get up, get into my chair, and go into the bathroom. I'm sick of
Okay, then let's do that.
Okay.
I'm just so sick of my skin burning. I don't have bed sores and I don't want them.
I agree, I get it.
All I need is somebody's fucking hand.
Okay.
It's not even that hard.
Everybody has a different mode of transportation here, dear.
I'm trying to get a bed done. It's not going down bad.
Hold on.
What they're doing right now is they are helping me out of my bed because I refuse to let them put me back in the bed. Okay, let's fast forward this a little bit because there's really nothing that happens.
Do you need help or are you okay right now? I'm gonna have them get new linen for you, okay, honey?
No, I was trying to find the spot where they told me that my bed was not wet. I can't find it. But, okay, to make a long story short, what happened is they did. They came into my room, they checked the bed, told me it was not wet, and they weren't going to change it. So I told them, fine, I'm going to sit in my wheelchair, and I'm good.
Alright.
Oh, wait, here it is.
I'm the nurse manager. Are you doing okay this morning? Let me take a look, okay? Can we get a new pad? Mm-hmm. Put a new pad on here, maybe.
No. Well, they're telling me that my bed was not wet and that I was
Okay right now. I'm gonna have them get new linen for you, okay, honey?
and that I was fine. And then I told him I was not going to go back into my bed. And then that's when she said, okay, I'm going to go get you new linen.
Yeah, are you okay while I go grab stuff? You want me to tie that? Or grab a whole new one?
Guys,
Right back.
I have been in and out of hospitals for so long. This is the worst I've ever been treated. And I pray to God, I can still advocate for myself. But what about all those people that were on that floor that were old and that they could not advocate for themselves? You know, I just don't know what to do about all this. And I did call my primary doctor, and yes, my butt is burned because I was sitting in that urine for all those hours. And now I understand why these little babies cry with a diaper rash. It burns so bad, guys. And I don't have all my feeling in my butt. I only have a part feelings. So I feel so sorry for those little babies and those elderly people that can't speak up for themselves. I normally don't talk about my personal life, but this was a really, really bad experience. And I hope it doesn't ever happen to anyone else. Have a good day. Bye.